I can give you a little instruction that does not have to be on the video. You will need something to write on and something to write with. And that writing could be digital. You could use a phone or a tablet or one of those little index cards that are on the table and a pen that is on the table. So if anyone needs an index card or a pen, let us know. There should be enough. You need some more? You don't have any. Here's some extras. You're most welcome. Circulate them that way. Does anybody need a card? Okay, that table needs some. Thank you. I can get more too. The people before must have taken extra because they put out a lot. Give a few. Okay. So a big disappointment I just want to warn you about. These gorgeous screens, we're not going to use them right away. We're going to use them a little bit later. So you don't need to worry if your back is to them or if you are just waiting for something exciting to happen up there. It's not going to happen right away. Maybe at all. You're going to have to look at me and each other. Leo, are we ready?
We're ready.
Okay. So I just want to say, first of all, look around the room and give yourselves credit. You made it back after lunch. Woo! That's not a small thing. And there's some young people here, which is actually for me a great gift because I know teenagers talk. So there were a few here in the first session, and if it was really bad, I think the word would have gone out and they wouldn't be here. So I'm hoping that that's not the case, but I'm also really glad that you're here. I'm glad that all of us could be here. So I don't think I need to introduce myself again, but I am really Lisa Kimball, and I'm delighted to be with you today and this weekend. It is such a joy to be in and among church people in a diocese that is so clearly committed to health and so clearly committed to faithful listening to God at work in the world and to the deepening of your relationships with God and Jesus and each other. It's happening here. It really is. And I know there's work to be done. I know there are challenges. But the variety of ministries that I've become aware of across the Diocese of Spokane and the ways in which you are being who you're called to be is really exciting. And I'm really happy the presiding bishop's here to hear about it and to see it and to touch it because it's not a small thing that you are thriving in many, many, many ways. So in that way, it feels a little bit presumptuous to be up in front with a microphone as the visitor. I feel like any of you could share your stories of ministry right now in ways that would be enriching for all of us. So I'm hoping today we'll do a little bit of that. This is intended to be a workshop, and it's intended to focus sort of through the lens of Christian formation into the life of the church, right? We're in the evangelism session with my partner this morning, my wife. Now you get to think about, how do we form Christians? Why do we form Christians? How were we formed? What does it mean? So you need to take out something to write on and something to write with. A piece of paper and a pen, a tablet, a phone, and put numbers 1 through 20 on that, if you would. Yes, your cards. Cards are perfect. 1 through 20. The cards are your option. Any way you want, as long as you can read your own writing. You're going to have to write a lot next to each number, yes or no. So you don't need a lot of room. You just need 1 through 20. And I'm going to ask you some questions. And I want you to answer them honestly and quickly. So when you sit down, grab a piece of one of the little index cards and a pen and put 1 through 20 on it and you're ready to go. So number 1, were you baptized as an infant? Were you baptized as an infant? Number 2, are you a cradle Episcopalian? And if you're looking at me with big eyes, the chances are you aren't. Number 3, have you ever had a speeding ticket? Have you ever had a speeding ticket? And the lawyers in the room the first time around said, does being pulled over and given a warning count? Yes. So basically, have you ever been pulled over? But have you ever had a speeding ticket?
Have you committed a speeding
Have you committed a speeding infraction according to the law? That's very good. What's that? Does it matter if you got caught? No, this question is all about, have you ever been invited to have a conversation with law enforcement about your driving? Okay, number four. Number four. Did you love Sunday school? Did you love Sunday school? Just pass on it, don't worry. Yes. Number five. Can you remember the family Bible from growing up? Can you remember the family Bible? Woo, 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 yes.
So do you mean like being able to recite the original Bible?
No, I mean a book. Was there a book in your household that was a Bible? That you could remember.
Okay.
That make sense? Number six, if you can remember a Bible in your household, was it read, as in reading read, R-E-A-D, not R-E-D, right? So there's a Bible. Was it actually read? Number seven, folks who just walked in, if you can grab an index card and a pen or a tablet or a phone and just start where we are, and we'll catch you up. They're all yes/no questions, and they're really hard. Number seven, have you been on a pilgrimage? Have you been on a pilgrimage? Number eight, do you listen to podcasts? Do you listen to podcasts? Number nine, are you ever lonely? Ever lonely? Number 9. Number 10, did you go to summer camp? And I mean as a young person. Did you go to summer camp? Doesn't have to be religious. Still going, that's right. Good for you. Number 11, do you have a spiritual mentor? Do you have a spiritual mentor? Number 12, do you know someone who lives with mental illness? Number 12, do you know someone who lives with mental illness? Number 13, do you have a hobby? Or more than one? Number 14, do you love to preach or love to hear a good sermon or both? Do you love to preach or love a great sermon? You better say yes to that, says the priest at the table. Number 15, have you ever been called into action in the world because of your faith? And what I mean by that is, at school or at work or in the grocery store, have you ever been called out and called on because of your faith? To pray, to do something, people knew you were a Christian and they asked something of you. Number 16, do you get your news online? Do you get your news online? 17, have you witnessed a miracle? Have you witnessed a miracle? 18, is your extended family multiracial?